Well, hello there. It's William here. Ooh, and that sounds like a cat. That sounds like a cat. That wasn't the plan at all. Anyway, I want to do a quick movie review with you this evening. We'll do a quick movie review. We're going to talk about the movie that we just saw this week, Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2. Sunday night, we had a group of us, all the Riverside Fur people. The Fur Meet went out to see Zootopia 2, and this is what happened. Should you go? I think the answer to that actually is a fairly obvious yes. But let's tell you about the movie and tell you about our experience. We all went down to Ciniplex Southbank in Brisbane to see the movie there. It was quite popular. I would say the theatre was about 2/3 full. Cineplex is a nice option if you're on a budget, because basically the tickets, full price ticket, was $10, and for a large popcorn, large drink combo cost me $10 as well. So $20 it cost for the entire night out, plus car parking in my situation. Although with the 50-cent train and bus fares, you can also get there pretty cheaply as well. So a good budget night out. One thing that was a little bit disappointing, though, was we did contact the cinema ahead of time and asked, could we wear our costumes? Could we wear costumes to the show? And unfortunately, the answer was no. So it was all very much a plain clothes evening. I think it would have been good, actually, if we could have worn costumes either before or after the show. Because I think people go to see a movie like Zootopia 2 are rarely going to be animal haters. They're going to be there because they enjoy anthropomorphic animals as well. And I'm sure there'll be some good interactions. So what did I think of the movie? I thought it was great. It's a reasonably long movie. I think it's almost 2 hours long. There's a lot of action. The action really doesn't stop at all. There's action from one end to another in this film. The animation looks wonderful. I think the computer rendering of some of the characters just looks great. The characters are well done. They're well fleshed out. They live and breathe. You end up feeling for them, which is perhaps a good sign in the movie that you actually care for the characters. The plot is I'd say the plot's actually pretty decent. It's a very good plot. There's a nice twist in the end. There's enough complexity in it to make it interesting for the adults, and there's easy enough to follow to make it valuable for the kids as well. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, this is a family movie. This is designed for families, not for fursuiters like me. Or is it? Or is it, I would say. I think visually, the movie is very colourful. There's lots and lots of big set pieces there. And it does, you get the sort of feeling, it's like looking at a picture of a fursuit parade or a fur photo at a con. Colour all over the place. Colour. The whole landscape is beautifully laid out, as I say. Yeah, it looks very, very good. In terms of, this is a Disney movie. Now, Disney these days own 2/3 of everything. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'll leave it for you to decide. But Disney owns so much now. The whole movie is stuffed full of references to other things, other films, little memes, little shout outs. There's all sorts of stuff going on there, to the extent where if you're busy watching the main plot, watching the main action, there's lots of stuff going on in the background that you're probably missing. For that reason, I suspect it's a film that you could see 2 or 3 times without any difficulty at all and really enjoy it every time. It's also a film which I think has been very specifically designed not to offend or upset people. There's really not too many adult concepts in there. There's really no depiction of diversity. It's not really mentioned at all, either in a positive or negative way. The movie has been done to be relatively free of sort of horror aspects and anything that might scare people unduly. I think it's just a good fun film with lots and lots of action. And so far, the results have borne out. I was looking at the figures from China. This film took $100 million in its first day. Wow. $275 million in the first weekend. Those are staggering numbers. They're almost off the end of the chart type numbers. And here, as I say, the theatre was 2/3 full. I suspect the numbers here are going to look good as well. But what does this mean? Is this have got any relevance to us? And the answer is that yes, it does. I think yes, it does. I think the big movie producers, the Pixars, Disneys, and such things of the world, have identified that the furry fandom is a target audience for their work. And I think it's very clear. I think people know Zootopia 1 had a huge effect on the fandom. It brought a lot of people in. It got a lot of people interested in anthropomorphic animals. And if we look at what's happened this year so far, yeah, we've had The Bad Guys 2, which is a big movie already. We've had Zootopia 2, which is going to be an even bigger movie. Of the trailers played before the film, we had two of them. One was for a film called Goat, which is about an anthropomorphic goat, obviously, who wants to play basketball. And the other one was a film called Hoppers, which is a Pixar film about someone basically as a AI animatronic sort of beaver type creature. Again, both of these would appear to be falling straight into the ballpark of this looks like an attractive viewing experience to a furry audience. It looks like we are being considered as a group that you can sell your movies to. And I think that's perhaps inevitable after Zootopia 1. Someone can see that, yeah, there's a market there, a little niche market, which may be smaller than the family film market, but we can certainly sell our films to these people. And yet, presumably, sell the merchandise and everything else that goes with it, sell the sizzle as well as the sausage, so to speak. But what does this mean for the fandom? Is this a good thing? And the answer is it may not be. It may not be. A lot of people are going to see this film. A lot of people are going to see this film who've not really been members of the fandom or know much about the fandom, I expect. And it's going to bring people in. It's going to make people want to find out more, particularly if they're seeing people in fursuits turning up at the movie sessions, getting to interact with them. Yeah, it's going to bring people in, which probably means we're going to see a big demand for furry-related items, be that artwork or costumes or tickets for conventions or whatever. The fear of missing out may become more of a problem than it was in the past as more people move in. And dare I say it, whether this is a good thing or not, furry is definitely, I think, heading for the mainstream. I think there is definitely a growing sort of acceptance that, yeah, this is a valid subculture. It's something you can do that doesn't hurt anybody. And it might just be a lot of fun to do in your spare time. That's how I found it, certainly. That's how I found this. There's no fetish, there's no kink here. I just do this because I enjoy it. I just like being a large, fluffy animal and going to sit in front of a camera and make YouTube content. Yeah, it's fun, guys. It's fun. But yeah, in conclusion, Zootopia 2 is a well-made, interesting, very, very enjoyable film. It's a good night out. Ciniplex 2 makes it a nice budget option for an evening out. And yeah, I would definitely recommend go and see this one. I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, that's about all I've got for you this evening. You have a good night. Stay wolfy. I'm going to stay wolfy for a while. I'm going to stay wolfy. Yeah, stay wolfy. Do things that make you happy and don't hurt others. And treat people like people. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one.